In today's episode, I'm going to be giving my thoughts on a fragrance by American fashion brand Hollister. This is So Cal, and to find out what this one's all about, stay tuned to Mags Frags. Yes, hello again everybody and welcome to another episode of Mags Frags. I'm Paul and this is day 75 of my Fragrance 365 project, where I talk about a different fragrance every day for a whole year. Today's scent of the day is this one. It's called So Cal and it's from the high street summer fashion store Hollister. Now, if you've ever been in a Hollister store, you'll know that they're usually very dimly lit. They've got a massive screen with waves crashing against the rocks. You've got the sound effects. But one of the first things that hits you when you walk into one of these stores is the wonderful fragrant aroma that's like lingering in the air. Well, that very scent is So Cal, which was launched back in 2007 and is said to evoke memories of the Southern Californian town of Hollister, which is located in the Monterey Bay area of the state. This is one that has been in my mainstay in my collection for over 10 years, and I'm really excited to tell you all about it today. So let's start by breaking it down and seeing what's inside this one in the note breakdown. Now, this is a little bit strange, a little bit different because there are no official notes listed anywhere about this one, and it seems to be a very closely guarded secret, like the Colonel's secret recipe from KFC. I've tried everywhere to try and find the note breakdown, but I just cannot find it anywhere. But luckily, when you've got a reviewer with a nose the size of an aardvark, it's pretty easy to get an idea of the kind of notes that are inside this one. So I would say that I think there's pineapple in this, and there's also coconut. I can pick up a bit of fig. There's some kind of leather in there, but it's like a smooth leather, more like a suede leather. And I'd also say there's some amber and some sandalwood in the base. So this opens up bright and juicy with like a pina colada type accord. It's not zesty fresh like you get from sparkling notes like lemon, grapefruit or bergamot. It's more of a tropical fruit, and it's in a similar type of ballpark to Le Beau from Jean Paul Gaultier, with that blend of coconut and fruitiness. I can also pick up on the note of fig, and in the heart it has got like a little nod to Fico di Amalfi by Acqua di Parma. And I'd say that if you blended these two fragrances together, you get something similar to how this one opens up. As it dries down, you get a very smooth, like suede type accord that comes through, and there's also some woodiness in there also. The whole composition sweetens up and you're left with more of a rich and warm scent profile that I would say is better suited to a cooler temperature rather than the high heat of the midday sun. It smells very masculine, and it's kind of got a calming, laid back and relaxed feel to it, and it reminds me of like the solitary last surf of the day under a blood red sky. The presentation is simple and functional. The bottle comes in this clear glass with the So Cal branding embossed into it. Inside you can see the juice, which is like a very deep, rich amber colour, and as you can see there we've got the branding on the front. The colour of the juice is kind of an indication that this one has a little bit of a darker side to it. There's a plastic click-on cap that's light and not of the highest quality, but it does the job, and then there's the black atomizer that sprays out a really nice juice there. The presentation is nothing to get too excited about, but I think it looks fairly attractive and it feels pretty well made. Yeah, this is where I think this fragrance shines, and it really comes into its own because it's a totally unique take on a summer fragrance, and I think it's one that is probably perfectly suited to the British summertime. Here in the UK, during the summer months, we can be sunbathing one minute and then the next putting on a raincoat and ducking for cover. This is not what I describe as a generic summer fragrance with the usual like watery, aquatic and citrus notes. This is much more rich and dark, which I feel is perfectly suited to the cooler summer temperatures of the UK. And what could also be better than a fragrance that transports you to Southern California when you stood under an umbrella on a rainy summer's day in Yorkshire. This is extremely versatile and I'd have no problem wearing it all year round, and I've gone through dozens of bottles of this because I also spray it all around my home because it doubles up as the best room freshener that money can buy. It's a fairly masculine fragrance and I think it could be worn by anyone of any age. However, due to it being from a brand that's marketed towards a younger audience, I think more younger guys under the age of 25 are probably going to tend to pick this one up. The performance on this is excellent and it projects really well for the first 2 to 3 hours, and it will last on close for easily 7 to 8 hours. This is more of what I would describe as an hybrid fragrance for all seasons, so it performs better than your usual fresh blue designer offerings. This probably comes as no surprise, but this is my all-time favourite high street fragrance. I've tried loads of others from the likes of Zara, All Saints, Next and Marks & Spencer, but this for me is the one that leads the way in both the performance and the scent quality. The only downside that I can see to this one is that it's totally unique and instantly recognisable, so anyone who's ever shopped at Hollister will recognise it. So it's kind of up to you whether you want to smell like a shopping terrier, but I don't mind that whatsoever, and that's why it will always be in my collection and my home signature scent. So what score would I give this one? I think I would give So Cal by Hollister a 9.5 out of 10. Yes, so once again, that's about it for today's scent of the day. So for the next 3 days, I'm going to be paying tribute to one of my all-time favourite niche houses that this year is celebrating its 150-year anniversary of producing top-quality perfumery. So don't forget to tune in for those over the coming 3 days. If you found this video useful, please don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. And as always, it's great to hear your opinions and your thoughts, your critiques, and all of these fragrances. So don't forget to keep your comments coming down in the comments section. So until next time, everybody, as always, thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, keep smelling fresh, and I'll see you tomorrow for another one. Bye bye for now.